Hey guys, this is Karan Binani from MobiScript and we're reviewing the Galaxy Grand 2. So it's running Android 4.3. It's powered by a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor with 1.5 GB of RAM. It's got a grand 5.25 inches LCD screen with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. Internal memory of 8 GB, 64 gigabytes of microSD storage, and after all, it's a dual SIM device, so you can pretty much have two SIM cards running at once. It's got an 8 megapixel camera, which is capable of taking really good pictures. It's got LED flash and autofocus with full HD video recording. In the front, you've got a 1.9 megapixel camera, which is capable of taking 720p HD videos. The front surface kind of resembles what we've seen in the Galaxy S4 with the diamond-ish pattern. The bezels on the top and the bottom are basically for the sensors and for the home key, whereas on the sides, the bezel is quite thin, and the overall look does resemble a lot of S4. However, at the back, just like the Galaxy Note 3, the Grand 2 has a sort of rubbery, leathery texture. But you can still touch it, and it does feel like plastic. And inspired by the Note 3, the Grand 2, the rear panel has this stitching pattern all around the perimeter, and I just think it looks fabulous. Considering the 5.25-inch display, it's quite large, although 5 inches is slowly becoming the normal smartphone display size. But again, you will have certain difficulties using it just by one hand. The Grand 2 weighs almost equivalent to that of the original Grand, which is around 162 grams, but they've really reduced the thickness from 9.6 millimeters to 8.9 millimeters. So now, the Grand 2 is just slightly slimmer than the Grand. So the Grand 2 has got a 5.25-inch display with a resolution of 720 by 1280 pixels. It's an HD display, although it's not full HD. You can pretty much enjoy 720p HD videos. The full HD videos will play, but it's not going to be the same. The colors are quite nice, they're sharp, and it doesn't seem oversaturated to me as a lot of earlier Galaxy devices did, especially with Super AMOLED. Just a comparison with the Galaxy Note 3, as you can see, the Grand 2 definitely is smaller, more manageable in a single hand as compared to the Note 3. But the 5.7-inch Super AMOLED display of the Note 3 simply blows my mind. But again, the Note 3 is a more premium product as compared to the Galaxy Grand. Now, if you look at the back panels, you would see that the Note 3's premiumness does stand out as compared to the the rear panel of the Galaxy Grand 2. The Note 3 is especially, it's got that really nice premium look and feel, and that leather effect really comes out as compared to the Grand 2. Just a quick comparison with the Galaxy S4. As you can see, the S4 is a lot more manageable, sleeker, much better looking, and the Grand 2 kind of looks bulkier. Don't mind these cuffs at the back. I've really used the S4 like what? Anyway, so the S4 is still a premium product. It costs around 10 to 12 grand more than the Galaxy Grand 2. So the back panel is out, and let me just demonstrate. This is plastic. It's nothing that'll break, but anyway. So it's a dual SIM device. You've got a microSD card storage, expandable to 64 gigabytes, and that's SIM card slot 2. You've got a 2600 milliampere hour battery, and there are no connectors in the back for connecting a S-View cover or an S cover that you get for the S4 or for the Note 3. From a software standpoint, the Grand 2 is running Android 4.3, and it is obviously upgradable to Android 4.4. The Grand 2 is layered on top with Samsung's very own TouchWiz, but adds a lot of features and tweaks that you can use. So you've got multiple home screens. The animations or the screen transitions are really flawless. They're like really smooth, and the response is quite good. You can add up to 7 home screens and remove them if you want. There are a bunch of preloaded applications like Flipboard, Dropbox, TripAdvisor, the entire suite of Google apps, and then you've got Group Play, the FM radio, S Translator, Story Album, S Voice, all of these goodies that come within a Samsung phone. From a performance standpoint, the Galaxy Note 3 is at 35,000, the S4 at 27,000, and the Galaxy Grand 2 at about 17,000. So you can see the difference between the performances of all these three devices, although the Grand 2 is a lot more affordable as compared to the S4 and the Note 3. Since the Grand 2 has got the latest Samsung's TouchWiz, so the gallery view is pretty much the same. Like the S4, the S4 Zoom, the S4 Mini, and the Note 3. So you can pinch and zoom, make images bigger or smaller. There is no Air View that came with the S4 and which is obviously present in Note 3 as well. So, you can't hover your finger on top of the picture and think that it's going to pop up. Now you can go into any album and then you can start selecting pictures. Once done, touch and hold, and you can drag these to any other folder or organize your pictures just that easily. On the top, you've got your settings panel that you can quickly access. And if you want to access all of them, just do a 2-finger swipe down and you would see all the toggles that you can pretty much access easily. The best thing about having a large screen is the fact that you can literally multitask with multi-windows. So you can have 2 windows lying side by side or one over the other and, drag and drop things from one window to the other, or you can even have pre-configured multi-window sessions. For example, you might use Gmail with SMS a lot, especially when you want to transfer some text from the email box body to your message body. So you can do all of that. Now, this is the native keyboard and the native messaging application in the Galaxy Grand 2. Now, as you can see, the predictive text is really great. I mean, I do not have to type much. When I'm swiping my finger over the keys, nothing's really happening. But if I go into settings and then enable cursor control, now by simply swiping my fingers across the keyboard, I can take the pointer or the cursor left and right. I can even go inside again the settings and enable continuous input. And basically, I have this swipe effect wherein I can just take my fingers over the letters and have words form themselves. Amazing things about this keyboard is the fact that you can have your own preferred language, your favorite language enabled. So you can pretty much message in your own language. Talking about the display of the Grand 2 a little more, considering the fact that it's a mid-range Galaxy device costing about 22,000 rupees, I think it's got a really nice screen, bright colors, good readability and sunlight. It's a decent resolution. Everything's going to seem a little bigger to you because it's a large screen with a decent resolution. The colors are really nice and natural, subtle, nothing too oversaturated. Let's talk about the camera real quick. It's got an 8-megapixel sensor with autofocus and LED flash. You can pinch and zoom. You've got a bunch of filter effects or color effects that you see in Instagram, and you can kind of have a live preview before you take a snap. Again, tap to focus, so you can take really nice macro shots. The shutter is really fast, so you pretty much press the key and it takes the picture instantly. You've got a bunch of photography modes that you can cycle through. One of my favorites being HDR. So guys, the Galaxy Grand 2 is definitely an improvement over the Galaxy Grand with a better screen, a better screen resolution, slimmer body, better battery, more powerful processor, better design as well as inspired from the Note 3 and the Galaxy S4. So, and for a device a mid-range Galaxy device which costs around 20 to 22,000 rupees, I think the Grand 2 is pretty good. I mean, I would definitely not think twice if that was my budget. And if I wanted to buy an Android device, I think the Galaxy Grand 2 is a very obvious choice. So thank you for watching, guys. There are a bunch of videos available for the Grand 2, especially the camera review. You can click on the link in the description below if you want to read the entire review with a lot of pictures and a lot of samples and even sample videos. So thank you for watching, guys. Do leave me a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe.